You know that feeling, right? You're working harder than you ever have before, but that freedom you started your business for, it just feels like it's getting further and further away. Well, today, we're going to dive into a really powerful way to redesign your business so that it finally starts serving your life and not the other way around. Okay, let's get into it.
Oof, this one hits home, doesn't it? So many entrepreneurs, they do everything right. They build something that looks successful from the outside, but on the inside, it's a trap. It's like you've built yourself a beautiful cage. This is the exact problem we're going to tackle today.
And this really boils down to two completely different philosophies. On one side, you've got hustle culture. You know the vibe. Grow, 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 no matter the cost. Your business is your identity. And that freedom you want? Oh, you'll earn that later, someday. But on the other side, there's lifestyle design. This is about being intentional with your growth, seeing your business as a tool, a vehicle to get you the life you want, and designing that freedom right now, from day one.
All right, so this brings us to the first huge mindset shift. The entire approach we're talking about hinges on this one core principle. Freedom isn't a prize you get at the finish line. It's something you have to design into the system from the very beginning. It's designed, not earned.
But let's be real, what does freedom actually mean? Because it's not just about having more money. It's about these four things. Time freedom means you own your schedule. It doesn't own you. Energy freedom is about doing work that lights you up, so you end the day feeling fueled, not completely drained. Location freedom is, well, it's the ability to work from wherever you want. And creative freedom, that's about getting to pour your heart into the projects you actually love. Which one of these do you crave the most?
So let's make this super practical. I want you to actually pause for a second and think about this. If everything in your business was running like a dream, what would a normal week look like for you? When would you wake up? What would you do in the mornings? When would you stop working? Getting crystal clear on this vision isn't just a nice to have, it's the absolute first step.
Okay, so once you know the destination, that perfect week, you need the engine to get you there. This section is all about building that engine. It's about taking your unique expertise, your knowledge, and turning it into leverage so you can get there without just burning yourself out by working more hours.
And it starts with this. This little formula looks so simple, but it is incredibly powerful for clarifying your value. See, influence starts with being clear. I help a specific group of people who want to solve a very specific problem without having to deal with some common pain or frustration. When you can fill in these blanks, you have the entire foundation for your influence engine. And here is the second game-changing mindset shift. You have to stop thinking about creating disposable content, stuff that disappears in 24 hours. Instead, start thinking about building a system of compounding assets. An asset is something that keeps working for you, day and night, long after you've created it.
And this is exactly how it works. It's a flywheel. It starts super simply, just by having conversations with people in your audience. Then you take the gold from those conversations and turn them into public content, an article, a video, whatever. Over time, you start to see patterns, and you distill that content into your own unique, repeatable framework. And then the final step? You package that framework up as a product, like a course or a workshop. See how each step just naturally flows into the next?
So you've got your vision, you're building your influence engine, but how do you make sure that what you're creating is something people actually want to buy? Well, that brings us to principle number 3, test, don't guess. This is all about taking the risk out of your ideas by finding out if people want them before you go and build the whole thing.
This is the key. You have to stop building for your audience in a dark room all by yourself. You have to start building with them. This means you're co-creating. You're using things like wait lists, you're having those conversations, you're looking for real concrete signs that people are interested instead of just hoping and guessing. It will save you so much wasted time and energy.
Okay, so here's a little challenge for you. What is just one idea, maybe it's a course, a new service, a digital product, that you could test in the next 30 days? How could you find out if people really want it before you spend a single minute actually building it? Could you set up a simple landing page and see if people sign up for a wait list?
All right, we have covered a lot of ground. We've talked about your life vision, your influence engine, testing your ideas. So let's pull all of these pieces together now into one simple, actionable map that you can use.
And here it is, the whole framework on one slide. These are the 5 pillars for your new business design. First, you've got your lifestyle goal. That's your North Star, that perfect week we talked about. Everything starts there. Pillar 2 is your niche and influence. That's your engine, and you build it using that simple I help who formula.
Third is your content leverage, the flywheel, turning conversations into assets that work for you 24/7. Pillar 4, your one demand test. This is your safety net, making sure you build with your audience. And finally, number 5, your one thing to simplify. What is one thing you could stop doing, delegate, or automate right now to get just one step closer to that ideal week? This is your roadmap.
And I want to leave you with this final thought, because it's so important. The problem for most entrepreneurs who feel stuck isn't a lack of good ideas. It's that the design of their business is fundamentally flawed. It's designed to trap them, not free them. So the real question is, what's the first small change you can make to your design starting today?